Alrighty, folks. Welcome to the eNascar Cup Series Season 2, round number 4 here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. I'm usually a driver, but tonight you got Dennis Ansman up here in the booth with you. Going to try to do the best that I can here as far as giving you the play-by-play action here on the track. So hopefully I don't let you guys down. I am not a broadcaster by any stretch of the imagination. So hopefully here tonight I'll be able to provide you with some good entertainment here. As you've seen some pretty wide here as they're just getting ready to warm up practice here. They've still got a little over 2 minutes left here. With the last minute change with the broadcast, I was not able to get points uploaded or anything like that. So unfortunately I don't have those on me to show you. But what we can go ahead and do here real quick is give you a quick rundown of the standings as they stand here getting ready to go into tonight's race here. So in first place, as soon as I find it, give me a second here. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. First place we got Jordan Kuntz. He has a total point value of 141. Second place we got Matt Staton. He's got 128. Third place, he moved up 3 spots from last week. Daryl Arnold. He's in third with 111. In fourth we got Matthew Hunsaker. He's got 107. Fifth we got Wes Wyman. He's got 100. In sixth place we got Kyra Rochelle. He has 93 points. In seventh place we got Scott List Ramler. He's got 90 points. In seventh, Joshua Witherspoon. He's also got 90 points. In ninth place, yours truly, Dennis Ansman. I'm sitting at 85 points. Unfortunately, that's where I'll be going into next week as well. And rounding out the top 10, we got Mitch Clark. He unfortunately had some mishaps at the end of last week's race. He fell back 3 spots. He is sitting at 83 total points going into tonight's race. So as these guys finish up practice here, we did do a test race earlier this afternoon. The trouble spots for this track here tonight is going to be turns 3 and 4 as they get really tight, especially after a couple laps. So those are going to be the key points to watch there on the track is the entry of 3 and about mid third going into turn 4, especially corner exit of 4. If you really don't get a good entry into 3, you're really going to be pushing up the track there on the exit of turn 4. And if you have somebody beside you, well, you know how that story goes. So these guys don't have any fast repairs, so they got what they have. So hopefully these guys keep it pretty clean as far as their race cars go. It is 120 laps here tonight. The stage is at end of lap 35. As you see teammates right there having a little fun out there on the front straightaway. So yeah, that's what we got here for this evening. So guys, thank you, Matt. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, it sucks that I'm not going to be out there on the track with you all, but at the same time, I want to make sure that you guys get broadcasted out there so your friends, family, whatever, can tune in and watch you guys race. So now they're getting into qualifying now. We'll sit back here and watch these drivers go out there for the qualifying time. So anybody else got a pick out there? I know there's a lot of people going for that 42 and Mitch Clark. Anybody else that got a pick, go ahead and throw it out there in chat. Try my best to get it out there. Like I said, I'm not a broadcaster, so there's a lot going on for me right now. So hopefully I'll be able to keep up and put on a good show for everybody. How does everything sound right now? Everything good? Do I need to turn something up? Voice-wise, iRacing-wise, you guys let me know. Like we got Matt Staton out there, Eddie Spirell's out there right now. We got Kevin Haas out there. We got Jordan Kuntz, he's out there as well. And it looks like Bryce Shoemaker's out there as well, all qualifying right now. right, Eddie Spurrell, he just made his qualifying time there. Tim Taylor, looks like he's on the top of the board there. Where is he at? There he is. With a 30.306. We'll see if anybody's going to be able to knock him off. Oh, Jordan just looked up there and Jordan knocked him off. See if we can find him. I know he's somewhere here. There he is. 30.3. This is... Okay, so it looks like my ATVO is messing up a little bit here, as Taylor is back in first. Now Brian Underwood has taken the top spot there with a 30.305. Tim Taylor's in second. Jordan Kuhn's third. Alrighty. Oh, thank you for that, Kara. Appreciate that. I'm trying my best here. I'm still a rookie when it comes to broadcasting. Okay, Wes Wyman's out here doing his qualifying lap right now. And Dylan Johnson looked like he went out, put down a lap, and called it that. Now we got Michael Atkins Jr. He's heading down the track. I don't know if he's going to have time or not. A little over a minute and a half left. He might. So he's the only one out here on the track right now other than Wes. Jeff B. Chitro and Joshua Witherspoon. You can't see me. 00 with the eyeballs. Like Wes sitting in 7th right there. We got Atkins still out here. We're going to head and here with a lap with Atkins, see what he lays down here. This is his first lap out. Well, first timed lap, I should say. Ooh, Jordan with the bold pick, thinking the 99 and 12 will finish 1-2. Well, you both have a win under your belt, first 2 races, and then we had a surprise victor last week. The name is slipping my head. I know he's in here. As soon as it pops back into my head, I have short-term memory sometimes, guys. Sorry about that. Alrighty, well, it looks like Michael Atkins Jr. will grab the pole. See if we'll be able to grab him here in a moment. Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that. Had to go up and take care of the pre-race drivers meeting real quick. Even though I'm broadcasting tonight, I still got admin duties as far as the league goes as being an owner. So had to go up there and talk to them real quick and give them a pep talk. So hopefully they put on one heck of a show for you all out here tonight. Now we're going to go ahead and pull up Michael Atkins Jr. as soon as I can find him. And we'll move him into here. Michael Atkins Jr., do you have a copy?
I got you. What's going on, buddy?
Well, congratulations on the poll there, Michael. You have once again came out here and shown your strength. Do you think you have what it takes here to pull out the victory here tonight?
With these cars, it's all about luck. It's like Daytona out here. We just got to mind our P's and Q's, see how the racing's going to be up front. If we don't like it, we're going to drop to the back. Plain and simple. But I hate not racing against you. Hate you on the broadcast tonight, but hopefully you can be on the broadcast next week so I can definitely pass you in points and make up some ground on you.
I definitely miss being out there on the track with you guys, but you know, at the end of the day, it's about putting on a show for not only for the league, but also for the viewers out there that tune in week in and week out. And we want to make sure that we try everything possible to get that content out to them so they can tune in and watch you guys out there on the track. So, like I said in the drivers' meeting, that won't happen 2 weeks in a row. So I will definitely be out there next week with you, and we'll go at it. Any final shout-outs you want to give here before I let you go get ready for the race?
Yeah, give a shout-out to Josh Midlock and Max Speed TV for sponsoring the Chevy Camaro for the season, and we're going to give it away, try to give it a whale of a season this season for them.
All right. Well, I'm sure they appreciate that chat out there, and you know, it is unfortunate he couldn't be here broadcasting tonight, but you know, technology does bite us sometimes, and unfortunately that was his case here tonight. So hopefully we'll get him back up here in the booth next week, and you can watch that car go round and round as I beat it.
All right. We'll have to wait and see the next week to see if that's going to happen.
All righty. You have a good one. Good luck out there.
Yes, sir.
All righty, guys. Had to get him up here. In case you guys don't know, him and I have a little friendly rivalry going on. It's a good competitive nature in both of us. A lot of these guys out here, we do that with each other just to keep it fun, entertaining. We'll go ahead and get these guys gridded up here. The starting grid. On the pole, we got Michael Atkins Jr. In second, we got Brian Underwood. Third, we got Tim Taylor. Fourth, we got James McRae. Fifth, we got Jordan Kuntz. Sixth place, we got Jeffrey Goodpaster. In seventh, we got Kevin E. Bullock, and in eighth, we got Wes Wyman. Starting ninth is Daryl, a.k.a. Big Dog, Arnold. I don't know why I said Harold. Daryl Arnold, starting in ninth. And in 10th place, we got Kyle Rochelle. Starting 11th is Michael Halter Jr., and starting 12th, we got Mitch Clark, and I know there's a lot of fans out there for Mitch. 13th, we got Jeff Tetro. 14th, we got Kevin Haas. 15th, Joshua Witherspoon. 16th, Dylan Johnson. 17th, Bryce Shoemaker. 18th, Eddie Sporrell. And 19th, we got Matt Staton, and that's all I am seeing here for the grid here tonight. So 19 drivers out here on the track. We're hoping to put on a good one. J-Dub with the little investigating eye. Keep an eye on Firestorm Racing. Second, third, and fourth starting place. All right. Over here to TV1. Maybe. As the pace car is getting ready to dive off to the safety of pit road here, Michael Atkins is going to bring the field to the green flag as they're waiting and waiting and waiting. It's a long wait sometimes at these tracks. And there we go, green flag's out in the air. It's racing at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Oh man, they are fanning out back there in the back of the field already. I don't know who that was doing that. Bring that driver bar back up here for you guys so that way you know who we are on at all times. Get back here, they're Witherspoon, see what's going on back here. Oh boy, Michael Atkins Jr., he led the first lap. Oh no, he's still going at it here for the lead. Who is that next to him? Whoa, what? That is, oh, wow, a little loosey there, a little help there by Brian Underwood. We just caught that. Oh man, that is unfortunate for Brian Underwood there on the second lap. These guys are just going at it right off the get-go. Wes Wyman out there, he's taking the lead over Michael Atkins Jr. Tyler Rochelle is third, James McRae is fourth, and Jeffrey Goodpaster is fifth. You got a 5-packer here, and you got a little bit of space here back to the 8 car of Michael Coulter Jr. Tim Taylor, Mitch Clark, Kevin Bullock, and Brian Underwood. Unfortunately, he was up there in the front and just got a little help there from his friend. As Wes there, he's still fighting for the lead, and Michael Atkins Jr. is taking it back away from him. That high side is really not a place you want to be here at the beginning couple laps. Hey, Medlock's out there in chat. Good to see you out there, bud. Yeah, internet issues do suck. Technology, we've all been a victim of it. What can I say? I know I've had my experience with it in the past. Okay, we gotta span this out a little bit here. There we go. Now everybody can see a little bit more of what's going on out here on the track. A lot of single file. There's a couple battles going on. We're on one of them right now with Kevin Bullock and Mitch Clark. Mitch was trying to look on the inside there at Kevin and just couldn't get it. Now we got James McRae out here in front. He's taking the lead over Wes Wyman. I know Atkins was out there for a lap, and then Wes took back over, and now these two are going at it. And we'll get back here to Mitch Clark, see what's going on. Oh yeah, here another battle with the 19 of Matt Staton. Right now Staton's got the edge, but Mitch has got that preferred line coming out of turn 4. That's where you want to be going at it, coming out of turn 4, because you get that momentum. And this track is all about momentum, so you'll really see these guys start moving up the track here, going into 3 and 4 as the run goes on. As they're still battling it out there. It's like Daytona, Talladega up here. These guys are just drafting, switching back and forth. I'll let you lead lap. I'll take it next time around. Oh, 3 wide there with Michael Coulter Jr., Michael Atkins Jr. Woo! Still 3 wide back here. He straightened it out though. Oh boy, that was sketchy there. That 8 car got all over the place. Loosey-goosey, as somebody would say out there. He was all loosey-goosey. Something looked like he ran over some oil out there on the track. Okay, get back out here. We got a little bit of gap now between first and second. Not much of a gap. There's really not a lot of breakaway that you get in these cars until you get a pit cycle. Oh, almost another 3 wide there with Tim Taylor, Jeffrey Goodpaster, and Kevin Bullock. Ooh, looked like the 8 car just tapped the wall there going into turn 3. He is taking my duties as the wall hitter for tonight, apparently. Yep, you can see a little scrape there on the side of his number 8 Chevy machine, and if he hit it good enough, that's actually going to affect him here as the run goes on. Get back here to Mitch Clark, because there's a lot of people out there asking about him. He's sitting back here in 10th right now. Started 12th. He's in a little bit of a pickle here. He's got, you know, Brian Underwood, and he's got the 21 and Mike Franklin there right behind him. And he started 21st. I don't know why he didn't show up on the starting grid. He probably didn't qualify. That's what I'm assuming. Get back up here. Michael Atkins is taking the lead. Man, looked like they were 3 wide there for a moment, and I missed it, unfortunately. Man, that was some close side. Oh! Oh, the wrecking! Oh, no, 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 no. That was Brian Underwood. Oh, no. We gotta go take a look at that. Let's see what happened here to Mr. Brian Underwood. Coming out of turn 2, it looks like they were 3 wide, and looks like that 62 car, maybe he didn't know he was still on the outside of him, and he just moved up, and oh, that's just unfortunate for both of them. That was a hard hit, and they're still, oh, bumping and banging each other. Oh, that is really unfortunate for both of those drivers that are involved in that. I will say these drivers have 4 sets behind the wall. So it's going to be interesting to see here how they play this strategy, because they can make it all the way to the end of the stage. And it looks like, unless he's playing a fake out, nope, they're all coming to, well, not all, but most of them are coming down pit road as we speak. We got Michael Atkins Jr., Kyle Rochelle, Wes Wyman. And looks like Mike Franklin stayed out. Matt Staton stayed out. Trying to let this sort out here a little bit here so I can see who stayed out. Bryce Shoemaker, Jeffrey Oakes, Jordan Kuntz, Mitch Diamond, and Matt Hopplinger. I think that's how you say it. I probably butchered it because that's what I do best. I butcher names. And Dylan Johnson. So the top 8 stayed out. You got Wes Wyman, Kyle Rochelle, Jeffrey Goodpaster, Joshua Witherspoon, Nicholas Seiko, James McRae, Mitch Clark, Jeff Tetro, Tim Taylor, Jeff Tetro, Kevin Haas, Eddie Spurrell, Michael Atkins Jr. all came down pit road. And unfortunately, Brian Underwood's in that accident in pit road getting damage repaired. Don't know what's going on with Daryl. Don't know why he's still on pit road. Looks like he was getting something fixed. Maybe he was involved in it just a little bit at the beginning. And Kevin Bullock, he was also involved in that. Yeah, these cars are crazy. I will say these next gen cars, you're really on top of another driver, and if you're not aware of your surroundings, things will catch up to you quickly. And I think that's unfortunately what happened there with the both of them. So Mike Franklin started 21st, currently in first place. He's led 2 laps. On the outside of him, you got Matt Staton. Third place, you got Bryce Shoemaker. Fourth place, you got Jeffrey Oakes. Fifth place, Jordan Kuntz. Sixth, Mike Diamond. Seventh, Matt. Eighth, Dylan Johnson. Ninth, Wes Wyman. And rounding out the top 10 is Kyle Rochelle. So I don't necessarily per se have a crank it up camp for you guys here. But we'll go ahead and try something here after the stage and see if we can get you something so you can hear these cars go around Kentucky here. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll be able to do that for you guys. All right, looks like we got 21 concurrent viewers. 8 likes. Can we hit 15 likes out there? I know I'm not a broadcaster, but I think we can hit 15. I think we can. All right, green flag back out the air. Mike Franklin's on the loud pedal. Gordon Kuntz follows suit right with him, right behind him. And that outside line really didn't get a good start there as they're all fanning out back there. Mitch Diamond, Jeffrey Oakes. Oh, buddy, we got some 3 wide back here. Ooh, man. Woo, straighten that out, boys. Still 3 wide into turn 3 and 4. Ooh, that 12, Kyle Rochelle, he muscled his way through that. Ooh, that's a little too wild for me. Oh, there's 3 wide back here, looks like, with Witherspoon. Well, maybe not. Maybe they straightened it out there before entry at turn 1. Ah, that was scary. All right, Jordan Kuntz is out in front, and Mike Franklin's out in front. Sorry about that. My ATVO is not updating. Back here. Looks like we got a few good battles going on here throughout the track. I mean, there's so many. You almost need 3 people up here broadcasting. Just to be able to... Oh, they're wrecking. Somebody's wrecking. Let's see who that was. And unfortunately, it's not... Okay, who was that? Looks like it was the... Why is it doing this to the cameras? I can't find it, guys. Okay, so we'll go here. Oh, it looks like the 8 and the 69. Actually, he's supposed to be the 4 car. Kevin Haas. That's why I couldn't find it. And they just... Oh, man, that is unfortunate for Michael Coulter Jr. there. And Mike Haas, too. Both of them fighting hard for that position. And unfortunately, both of them taken out early on here in this race. That's really going to affect them moving into the point standings here after Kentucky. Mike Franklin still out front. Bryce Shoemaker in second, Jordan Kuntz third, Matt Staton fourth, and Kyle Rochelle rounding out the top 5 here tonight. Okay, we're up to 10 likes. Awesome job, guys. Good job out there in chat. I know we got a lot of picks for that 42 car in the... You know, I can't take a driver's pick. Jordan Kuntz picking the 99-19 car. Anybody else got picks out there they want to throw out? Back up here to Mike Franklin here. Go ahead and go to the TV tower here for a moment. These drivers are learning patience is going to be key here if you want to win here tonight. Check in on that 42 and Mitch Clark. Looks like he's been keeping that car pretty clean. I don't even see a scratch on him right now. Starter 12th. Still in 10th spot. think the last time we were back here watching him go round and round, he was in 10th, so he's staying pretty steady right now, picking his battles. Should be getting the one to go here next time by. Should have got it last time, but I don't know why they didn't. We're going to try to get some drivers up here throughout the race for an interview. I don't know how good that's going to work, but we're going to try our best to get at least a couple drivers up here depending on how this race goes. So probably should have done it this caution, but I wasn't thinking at the time, so my apologies for that, guys. Pace car comes across the start and finish line, and yes, one to go this time by. They're all going to get double file. And it looks like Kuntz and Staton are almost running the same identical paint scheme. Almost. Jordan's got a darker shade of orange and a few added stripes there on the rear fenders, so it's different, but it's not. Oh wait, no, that is Bryce. Never mind. Bryce with that supposedly new looked number location. I don't know how I feel about that. It's better than where they tried it the first time, I will say that. It definitely doesn't belong on the rear corner panel. But right there, right in front of the wheel, I don't mind it too much there. So that'll be something to see if NASCAR moves into that with these cars, or they stick it with where a lot of these guys have it right now, which is right in the middle of the door. Alright, so pace car is diving off. Mike Franklin has control of the field once again. He has led 9 laps already. And the green is back out, and they're on the loud pedal and fanning out back there already again. Man. Woo, who is that going on the outside? That is the 33 of Jeffrey Goodpaster. Starting to see some of these guys that were up front earlier on in the race, they're starting to back off a little bit. I think they're starting to see where getting in a little tested waters right now, and right now they're thinking it's better to stay back here and see how it goes. As Jordan's back up in the second, Kyle Rochelle has taken over the lead, and they're neck and neck here in 1 and 2. Coming out of turn 2, it looks like Jordan is going to have the momentum on the outside, but there's two lines there, so we'll see how this works in 3 and 4. As the 85 of West looks like he pushed a little too hard there on entry, and that's going to hurt. Oh, I think Kyle was able to get the run out of that. Yes. Yeah, Kyle Rochelle led that lap over Jordan Kuntz, not by much. Ooh, there's so much action going on, even up front, even out back. I don't know where to go. I see the problem here with these cars, as they're all over the place back here. The 42, Mitch Clark, he's in a pickle right now. He's 3 wide, trying to fight his way up there. Going in turn 1, it's almost 3 wide again. Coming out of turn 2, oof. Oh, man. And Bryce is down. What happened to Bryce Shoemaker? He is falling back. Oh, man. That's the problem. You get a good run on somebody, and you can stack up a field real quick. Fortunately, everybody was able to straighten that all out and get back 2 by 2 here. Jordan Coombs is now in front. He has led his first lap, getting ready to lead his second lap coming out of turn 4. He's got Kyle Rochelle all over his back bump. Oh no, the wrecking. Oh, we caught that live, but we have got to take an instant replay of that and see what happened exactly, if it was just a bump draft. So we'll get on to 12 here. And we'll go ahead and we'll get a nose view. Woo! I'll back that up a little bit here. We'll get a nose view here of exactly what happened. I think from that view that we just had, it's pretty obvious what happened. Yep. Bump draft gone wrong there, guys. That's exactly what that was. Unfortunately for Jordan, but he did not make contact with anything, which that just goes to show the driving that Jordan has out there. So kudos to him for not making contact with the wall or anybody else for that matter. And look who's back up in front. Mike Franklin back up in front. Let's go ahead and pull him down real quick if I can find him. Know where he would be at. I'm not seeing him in here. Up there he is. He's okay. We'll move him down here. Mike Franklin, bud, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, Mike. Well, you've been up front here for 12 laps now. You started back in 21st place. How's the racing out there so far?
Racing actually is pretty good for me. I haven't got caught up in any of the cautions, so that's always a plus.
Oh, yeah, definitely, for sure. What's your plan here with only a few laps here till the end of the stage?
I'm going to race it out to the stage and then take tires and let the race fall how it may.
Alrighty, man. Well, best of luck out there, man. That 21 car looks sharp out there up front. Hopefully you keep it up there for the stage end here, coming up here in about 5 laps.
Well, I'm definitely going to try. I'm not going to put my car into harm's way or anything, and just see where we finish.
Alrighty, man. Well, best of luck out there, and good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, everybody. That was Mike Franklin. Figured to get him down here real quick for a little chit chat here, see what his strategy was moving forward. So, but hopefully, his game plan will pan out for him here. But he has some hungry people behind him, as far as Jeffrey Goodpaster. And look at that, Mitch Clark back up to 3rd now. So he's out here looking for a stage win. So is Michael Atkins Jr. He's up here in 4th now. He started 1st, fell back to the end of the pack, and now has worked his way back up to 4th. James McRae 5th. Nicholas Seiko 6th. Bryce Shoemaker 7th. Matt Staton 8th. Matt, I'm just going to call him Matt, the 9th, and Jeff Tetro rounding out the top 10. So it looks like these guys are going to have about a 5-lap shootout here for the stage end. Looks like we have 24 currently watching, 10 likes. I know we get it 15, guys. I know we can. Get it out there, share it with people. Let them know, tune in. It ain't a normal broadcast. There's not a It's a rookie broadcaster, but I know we can hit 15 likes out there. Still a long way to go in this race, 30 laps in of 120. We'll see here if Mike has the power or tires left, for that matter, to finish off this stage with a win, or if somebody else behind him is going to pull out the upset. We'll find out here in a short few laps as the pace car enters turn 3. Getting ready to dive off to the safety of pit road here as it's going into turn 4. And there goes the pace car off to the safety of pit road. It's all in Mike's hands now. Waiting for him to hit the loud pedal. And he's off. Green flag's back out in the air. And Jeff Goodpaster got a really good jump there. I don't know if iRacing is going to deem that black flag or not. It'll be interesting to see here how that works out. Michael Atkins Jr. and James McRae are side by side here for third. Oh no, that is Mitch Clark. Oh, the 21 and Jeffrey Goodpaster. Oh, they're wrecking back there too. Oh, that was Nicholas. Oh. Let's see if we can get back here to Nicholas and see what happened here. We see Jeff getting loose there as the 21 and the 33 got into it just a little bit there in the middle of the turn. And it looks like they were trying to, I don't know, that looks like the 96 might have came up. And the 19 was trying to wedge it in between the 96 and the 29 there. And just collected the 29. Hard hitting the turn 4 wall. Unfortunate for Nicholas there. Now we got Michael Atkins Jr. out in front. Oh no, he's in third. Never mind. Mike Franklin, Mitch Clark are 1 and 2 here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that might be the stage here. Hold on one second. Alrighty, folks. So that will be the stage. Just had to get a little confirmation there. So they're all coming down pit road here to go get their 4 Mr. Feelgoods. Oh, Jeffrey Goodpaster stayed out, Wes Wyman stayed out, and Daryl Arnold stayed out. Interesting. So we'll see here. It looks like... Oh no, they've made their pit stops. Never mind. Oh no. No. Jeffrey's been out here for 21 laps. Wes has been out here for 6, and Daryl has been out here for 7. And Kyle Rochelle, he's been out here for 21 laps. Like I said, guys, I'm not a broadcaster, so this is all somewhat new to me as far as looking at ATVO and getting all the updates. So hopefully I'm not letting you all down out there in chat. Hopefully I'm trying to keep up on everything good enough for you guys out there to stay intrigued with everything. I know there's been a lot of cautions here early on, but hopefully these guys can get it figured out here and put on some great green flag racing here for you all here this evening. Kara out there, good pit number 19. I'm sure she's rooting for that 19 car to pull out a victory here tonight. Where is he sitting at? Sitting back here in 16th spot right now. And it looks like he has a pretty clean race car as well. That's going to be the key here moving forward as this race progresses on. Who has the clean race cars? Who has a little bit of damage? Who does, who does not? That's all going to play a factor here as the race continues. Let's a Shoemaker out there. Let's go Bryce. Well, unfortunately, he was caught up a little bit in that last wreck. Not too much, though. So we'll see how that affects him moving forward as you see him up there in 7th spot right now in the outside lane. As they're getting ready to go green. That pace car is going to dive off here to the safety of pit road. And once they go green flag here, and we'll give them a couple laps here to see if they can get it figured out, and we'll do a crank it up cam. Green flag's back out in the air. Now it's a stretch to lap 120. So you see a pretty good restart by everybody there. They really kept it clean, no 3 wide. Nobody really jumping out of line there on the restart. We got Jordan Case back here in 10th, Michael Atkins Jr. Oh, they're going 3 wide here, going into turn number 3 with Darrell Arnold and Kyle Rochelle on the outside. Looks like, ooh, there's still 3 wide coming here out of 4. Maybe we won't do a crank it up cam just yet, guys. Still 3 wide here going into turn number 1. That is Mitch Clark down there on the bottom. They figured that out, and there's still 3 wide back here. Man. Oh no! Darrell Arnold involved in that one. Let's go take a look at that, shall we? Oh, I could see that coming out of the exit of turn 2. Oh, it looks like Darrell was trying to get a good run, and I don't know if he was trying to go on the outside of Tim Taylor there, as we call him, Tim the Toolman Taylor. And Bryce was just right there, unfortunately for him. Hard hit right there into the wall. And the 96 got a pretty good licking too there on his front bumper. And the 21 of Mitch Clark and the 20 of Jeffrey Oakes all involved. And there's still, Jordan Kuntz. Oh man, a lot of good drivers involved in that one. That is unfortunate for everybody involved in that. And Darrell, unfortunately, sitting there at pit road. A lot of damage. Nose is missing off of that. Well, we thought they would have it figured out, and unfortunately, they didn't, guys. So we'll try that again here. We'll rack them up, stack them up here again. Let's go ahead and see if we can find another driver here real quick. Let's go ahead and pull up Wes Wyman. Hey, Wes Wyman, Dennis Hansman in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Wes, you're currently out here and leading the pack right now. You've been out here 6 laps. How's the racing out there going so far, buddy?
Very chaotic. This track is really weird. So everyone's running all kinds of different lines, and I don't even really know what the strategy is right now. I think it's just going to be a matter of staying up front and trying to get clean air and trying to stay up in the front lead pack, hoping for some long green flag runs.
Well, yeah, we're all hoping that here too as well. Some long green flag runs. It's looking like really being out front. A lot of drivers are having a hard time staying up front because you're getting you're getting that giraffe like you would at a Talladega or a Daytona. So, with you saying you want to try to stay up front there, what's your strategy as far as trying to be able to pull that off?
Well, if we can get a long run, it'll be tire management, and then you'll start to see cream always rises to the top on guys that know how to take care of their tires, not just flat-footed. So hopefully we get a long green flag run, and hopefully I'm one of those guys that can do that, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, alrighty, Wes. Well, we'll go ahead and throw you back up there to your team. Best of luck out there for the remainder of the race, and hopefully we'll see you out there in victory lane here after the race is over.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty, guys, that was Wes Wyman. Figuring to get him down here for a little chit chat here, see how the racing's going on out there. Don't worry, guys. I do have a plan to get the 42 and Mitch Clark up here in the broadcast booth as well. And yes, Mitch Clark is running third right now. Got Wes Wyman in first, Kyle Rochelle in second, Mitch Clark in third, Tim Taylor fourth, Jeff Tetro fifth, Joshua Witherspoon up here in sixth, Matt Staton seventh, Dylan Johnson eighth, Mitch Diamond ninth, and Michael Atkins Jr. rounding out your top 10. You got 17 drivers on the lead lap currently, out of the 24 that started the race. No, he wasn't caught up in that race. In that wreck, he was in the mixture of being 3 wide, back in that general area. But no, he was not involved in that accident. Fortunate for you guys out there in chat, as there's a lot of Mitch Clark fans out there. All right, pace car lights are off. Going down the back straight away. We'll get them going green here again. Hopefully these guys can keep it clean. As Wes Wyman and Kyle Rochelle are leading the field here, going into turn 3. Wes Wyman on the inside, Kyle Rochelle is on the outside. But I do want to let you guys know that the driver leading on a restart has lane choice at the start-finish line, so they can choose the outside if they wanted to. As the pace car dives off the safety of pit road, it's all in Wes's hands as they get ready to come to the start-finish line. And Wes is back on the loud pedal. We are green flag racing once again here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. And it looks like they're going 3 wide again back here. Yes, they are. That's with Michael Atkins Jr., Mitch Diamond, and whoever was on the outside decided to hightail it backwards. And Wes Wyman's got a little bit of gap over there. Mitch Clark, who's currently up to second spot. He has been fighting and clawing his way up through this field all night long, and here he is in second. Looking for that lead over Wes Wyman as they go into turn one. Clark takes the high side. Wes stays low. Ooh, looks like somebody touched the wall there on the back straightaways. Joshua Witherspoon on the outside of the 19 of Matt Staton, and Michael Atkins Jr. Looks like he's going to be able to get around Witherspoon here as well. Oh, is he going to try? No, okay, I thought he was going to try to take a 3 wide there going into turn one, but they're not. Get that all figured out. Atkins is going to take over 6th spot from Matt Staton. Get back up here in front. Wes Wyman still got a little bit of a gap, not a whole lot of gap. You can probably fit half a car as that's really going away. As Mitch is now on the inside of Wes Wyman for the lead. Getting ready to go into turn one. Mitch has the preferred lane. Is he going to be able to pull it off here going into turn number 2? Yes, he has it into coming out of 2 on the back straightaway. Your new leader, Mitch Clark. Is he going to be able to hold off Wes Wyman? No. And it looks like, yes, he's able to get a pretty good run there in 3 and 4, and he will lead his first lap of the race here tonight. Mitch Clark out there in front over Wes Wyman, Kyle Rochelle, Jeff Tetro, Tim Taylor, and Michael Atkins Jr. round out your top 6. A lot of single file right now. I think these guys have figured out it's time to just lay back, chill out. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and do a somewhat stack it up cam. Crank it up cam, sorry, crank it up. Alrighty folks, hopefully you enjoyed that little crank it up cam. I guess you want to call it that. Hopefully you all enjoyed the little sights and sounds of the cars there as they were going around the track, as Michael Atkins Jr. is fighting there with Jeff Tetro on the inside of him. It looks like we got Kyle Rochelle also back here, Tim Taylor, and Matt Staton. All in this little group here, all side by side. Mitch Clark has fallen back to 3rd. Wes Wyman back up to 1st as Mitch is taking over 2nd over Jeffrey Goodpaster. And Jeffrey's still fighting on the inside there, Mitch. Ooh, they got real close there, but there's Atkins. He's coming. Now we're starting to get a little longer run here. It's going to be interesting to see what lane actually starts prevailing here. And who's saving the tires, who's chewing them up. That's really going to be a factor here as the run goes on, especially after about, ooh, looks like they got real close there between Atkins and James McRae. Oh, no, that's not James. Why is the 7 car not showing up on my, is he a lap down? Yeah, he's 3 laps down. Okay, that's why he wasn't showing up on my driver's bar. Mitch Clark still fighting on the outside with Jeffrey Goodpaster. Been going on here for a couple laps now. Has finally cleared Jeffrey Goodpaster there to take over second spot. Now he's going to see if he can run down Wes Wyman. 55 laps into this race, still got, well, 56 laps to go. Who's going to be able to pull out the best strategy here at Kentucky? Not only is it going to come down to tires, but it's also going to come down to fuel management too. When do you come down, make your pit stops? I can see, ooh, Michael looked like he tagged the wall there. Not be able to see anything on that chrome. It's really shiny. Got Atkins, Goodpaster. Mitch Clark going for the lead here over Wes Wyman, going into 1 and 2. Is he going to be able to do it? Not able to pull it off there in 1 and 2. Side by side on the back straightaway. Going into turn number 3. Looks like he's able to clear Wes Wyman, but Wes is going to do the crossover move on him. Coming to the start-finish line. Who's going to lead this lap? It looks like it's going to be Wes Wyman taking that lead away from Mitch. These guys are putting up a good show here for the lead right now. Looks like Mitch is going to try to get another run here on the back straightaway. And Wes is trying to block him. Able to hold him off there going into 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4. Mitch going to be able to get another run on him here coming out of turn 2. It looks like he really gets a good run on him into 1 and 2. And now he's got Jeffrey Goodpaster to deal with there on the inside of him going into turn 1. And James McRae, 3 laps down, up here mixing it up with these guys up front. Mitch Clark is starting to fall back a little bit here. I don't know if that's by design. But now Michael Atkins Jr. is going to take a 3 wide. Oh, and the lap. Oh, they saved it. Oh, no, they don't. Oh, man, they're wrecking again. We got to go take a look at that on instant replay. We'll go ahead and get on that 7 car, James McRae. That was a wild turn of events there. As you can see, Michael Atkins Jr. here. Gonna squeeze the middle there. Take him 3 wide. Down the front straightaway. They make contact there at the end of the trial. And they save it there. And then it just, he came back up. And he wasn't expecting that 11 car Tim Taylor to be there, and hard hit by both of them. And the 19, it looks like, was unfortunately a part of that. Matt Staton also involved in that. And, ooh, I think that was Mitch Diamond also got a piece of that there at the tail end. unfortunate for those 4 drivers that were involved in that. Go ahead and get on Matt Staton here. Go ahead and do a rear chase view on him real quick. And yeah, it's looking like he's got some damage there. Yeah, it looks like it's really on that right front. Hopefully he'll be able to come down and get all that repaired, and it won't be too bad for him. Well, guys, I promised it, so let's go ahead and do it. After the pit stop here, we'll get Mitch Clark up here and we'll do an interview with him. If I can find him. I don't think he's in here, guys. Unfortunately, I am not seeing Mitch Clark in Discord. So I am not going to be able to interview him. Sorry about that, guys. Well, let's go ahead and pull up the caution count here real quick. We've had 6 cautions, total of 19 laps, 18 lead changes. The fastest lap of the race so far has been a 29.955. Unfortunately, I can't tell you who laid that lap down right now. Current weather conditions, air temp of 85 degrees, wind from the west about 10 miles an hour, 1% humidity, and it's partly cloudy. Here's your top 5 as it currently stands right now. Jeffrey Goodpaster in first, Kyle Rochelle in second, Wes Wyman in third, Mitch Clark in fourth, and Joshua Witherspoon rounding out your top 5. This is the race summary as of right now. 62 laps completed, 58 laps remaining, so I was off about 10 laps ago. Cautions, 6 for 19. As I said earlier. Bring up that driver bar for everybody to see. I don't know why my screen keeps doing that, going to white every now and then. But then again, it happens. So it's just one of them circumstances we got to get through. Thank you all for tuning in. Sticking it out with me, knob broadcaster here, still going through the paces, still learning. Looks like we got 12 likes, 22 people still watching out there. Be able to see here if you'll be able to get another green flag run in here. The last one lasted about 12, 13 laps. Maybe a little bit longer than that. My math has been off for the last week. Jeffrey Goodpaster, he's been out here leading the field for 6 laps. Started 6th, currently in the top spot. As he's getting ready to watch that pace car dive off to the safety of pit road once again. Now it's in the hands of Jeffrey. And the green flag back out in the air. And Kyle Rochelle dived it right down inside, right behind Jeffrey there, to try to get some draft. And it looks like Mitch Clark is on the outside of Wes Wyman again. These two have been going at it for a while. Seems like every time I bring up Mitch, there's Wes somewhere amongst them. Ooh, Wes pushed up a little bit there in 3. That's definitely an area you got to watch. And ooh, looked like they were going to be 3 wide there, but no. Witherspoon on the inside of Wes Wyman. He's going to take over that 4th spot over Wes. Jeffrey Goodpaster got a little bit of gap of Kyle Rochelle, Mitch Clark in 3rd. And Witherspoon and Wyman going at it once again, going into turn number 3. Wes has the preferred lane. He's going to be able to hold it down there on that yellow line. Looks like he's going to be able to, and looks like he's going to be able to complete the pass there coming out of 4. Now Witherspoon's got to worry about that 19 machine of Matt Staton. He's got a good run. He's going to be able to make the pass there before the entry of turn number 1. Looks like that damage that Matt had there in that last incident, he was able to get that all replaced, and he's back up here in the top 5 now. Now he's trying to track down Wes Wyman. Get back up here to Jeffrey Goodpaster. Kyle Rochelle is nipping at his heels, but don't look too far. There's Mitch Clark. He's hunting. He wants 2nd, but most importantly, he wants that top spot. Is he going to be able to do it? Well, stay tuned, guys. Still got a long way to go in this one. Anything can happen. Get back here with Jeffrey Oakes. He's back here with Michael Atkins Jr. They look like they are taking their time right now. Could be some damage preventing them from being up here with this front pack. It's really only 7 cars right now in this pack in the front, and they're all single file for the most part. Coming up on some lap traffic there on the outside, Tim Taylor. He stays high and lets everybody go by. And now they're starting to fan out again. Here is Mitch Clark looking on the inside of Kyle Rochelle for 2nd. He's got the help there on the inside. Is he going to be able to pull it off? Yo, not quite yet. But Jeffrey Goodpaster is liking that right now. He's liking that side by side there in his rearview mirror. He can play the draft on both lines, high and low. But it looks like Mitch has the help there on the bottom lane. He is going to be able to complete the pass there into turn 3. Now, Mitch is on the hunt. He's hungry. He's coming after that Jeffrey Goodpaster there. He has his spot. Is Mitch going to be able to take over? Looks like he's got that run coming out of 2. Just not able to get there to get an inside line on him going into turn 3. Well, that's awesome to hear there. Glad there's a lot of people out there watching Mitch here as he is fighting for the lead right now. He's on the inside of Jeffrey Goodpaster coming out of turn number 2. Ain't going to be able to complete the pass just yet, but he's got help on the inside there, that 85 machine of Wes Wyman. Is he? No, looks like Jeffrey Goodpaster was able to clear him on the outside. That's one thing. That outside line, if you play it right in 3 and 4, you can actually get a better run off the turn than you would be able to if you run the low line. So it's going to be interesting to see here how long before these guys figure that out and start running that mid to high line into 3 and 4. As Mitch is trying to set up Jeffrey Goodpaster for another battle for the lead here. Jeffrey's been out in front for 16 laps now. Wes Wyman, he's led 25 laps. Kyle Rochelle has led 3. Matt Staton still looking for his first lap lead. So is Joshua Witherspoon. You can't see me, double eyeball machine 0, 00. And Mitch Clark, he's also looking for his first lap led back in 7th. But get back up here in the front. Jeffrey Goodpaster. Mitch Clark is breathing down his neck. Does that ZL1 Camaro have what it takes to get around that Toyota Camry? He's going to need some help. And he's got it right behind him with Wes Wyman. But the key is, right now, Mitch is getting a lot of aero push. Jeffrey Goodpaster is getting none of that. He has all the clean air that he wants and needs right now. So he's able to save a little bit more tires than Mitch Clark or Wes Wyman. Even Kyle Rochelle back here in 4th. He's still getting some of that aero push there off of that 85 of Wes Wyman. So right now, Jeffrey Goodpaster, if he can hold it off, he's in a pretty good spot to be. As you saw, the 42 tried to peek in there going into turn 1, but just didn't have the angle. He backed off of it wisely. Knew it wasn't time to push it. We got a long way to go in this race. That 85 car, he was breathing down Mitch Clark's throat there for a moment. Get back here to Witherspoon, Matt Staton. Got a 2-packer here. Nothing really going on with these guys. A lot of single file, but it's really the top 4. Go a little wider view here for you guys so you can see a little bit more of the drivers out there on the track. I know it doesn't look like there's that many out there, but we do have 19 out there on track right now currently. And here comes Mitch Clark on the inside of Jeffrey Goodpaster out of turn 2. Is he going to be able to get it? In turn 3 and 4. Just not able to get a good enough push there, but he's still side by side. Unfortunately, Goodpaster is going to lead that lap. But here he comes. He's going to be able to clear that 33 car in the 1 and 2. Mitch Clark is back up in front. But now, Jeffrey Goodpaster is getting some heat from Wes Wyman. Is Wes going to be able to get around that 33 car? And if so, is it going to be the Mitch and Wyman show again? As Goodpaster almost had a run there on that 42 car. Here they come out of turn number 2. They're side by side for 2nd spot. Wes Wyman, Jeffrey Goodpaster going to 3 and 4. Who is going to have... Ooh, that was close there. A little bit of a push up there by the 85, but good clean driving by these guys up here out front. Good hard racing. That 12 car, Rochelle, he's found himself up to 3rd now. Jeffrey Goodpaster just a few laps ago was leading. He is now back to 4th spot. That's how quickly things can change here at this track. As you can see, Mitch Clark trying everything to fight that draft. He does not want Wes Wyman to get a good run on him. Got Witherspoon up to 5th now. Got around Matt Staton. He's back here all by his lonesome in 6th spot. But it's this guy right now. He's leading the way. He's showing everybody to the glory land right now. 83 laps complete of 120. Can Mitch Clark hold these guys off for another 36 laps, 37 laps. As they're fighting around the lap car there, Daryl Arnold. And here comes Kyle Rochelle, the inside of Wes Wyman. Battle for second spot. Kyle's on the inside. Wes is on the outside. Wes is not going to have the line. Tucked it right there, right behind that 12 car of Kyle Rochelle. Starting to see Mitch getting a little bit of gap there between second spot. You know, half a second doesn't sound like much, but with these cars, that's a pretty good gap. But now it's down to 3 tenths. Really, it's really the top 5 right now, all within a second of each other. Witherspoon back here, he's 1.133 seconds behind. But he's also battling with Jeffrey Goodpaster here for 4th spot. As they're trying to fight around another lap car. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, yeah, that was sketchy. And they're all single file here at the top 3. And then you got a little bit of gap. Joshua Witherspoon, Jeffrey Goodpaster and Joshua Witherspoon. 4th and 5th. You get a little big gap there to the 65 and Mitch Diamond, Matt Staton. Then you got another big gap to Michael Atkins Jr., who unfortunately was involved in one of those cautions. And you got the 9 car from Matt. Looks like he's still got a pretty clean car. I don't know if his strategy is to hold off a little bit longer. And you got Jeffrey Oakes in 10th. Get back up here because you got Mitch, you got Kyle Rochelle. He has closed the gap. And Wes Wyman, all 3 of these cars, you could throw a blanket on them right now. I think these guys right now are just content with just driving around right now, waiting for the pit cycle to come up, and then finding out where the cars lay and going from there. If that was me, that would be my strategy right now. But as I say that, Kyle Rochelle peeked on the outside there, Mitch Clark. He was thinking of other ideas. He must be tuning in watching right now. And he's on the inside of the 42 and Mitch Clark for the lead coming out of turn number 4. And it looks like Kyle is going to lead that lap over Mitch Clark, who has dropped back to 2nd. And now Wes Wyman is on the inside. And he is going to get around. Whoa, not quite get around the 42 and Mitch Clark. There it is. There's the completion. So Mitch Clark went from 1st to 3rd in 1 turn. It's that fast at these tracks with these cars, guys. It is crazy the amount of momentum you can lose in 1 turn. But it's still a long way to go. Anything can happen between now and then. Witherspoon still back here by his lonesome in 4th. Jeffrey was able to get around Jeffrey Goodpaster, who led 22 laps earlier on in the race. I don't know why he keeps doing that. This is why I do not broadcast for a living, folks, because I have no idea why my screen keeps going to my desktop saver. I don't know why. All right, still got Kyle Rochelle first, Wes Wyman second, Mitch Clark third, Jeffrey Goodpaster, he's in fourth. What happened to Withers? Oh, he came down pit road. So pit stops have already begun. He's the only one to come down as of right now. We're on coming up to 33 laps being out here. So the pit window is open for these guys. The question is, when do they come down? As right now, Witherspoon's the first driver with the freshest tires, and he's back in 9th spot, 1 lap down. And it looks like these guys are staying out again. Not coming down pit road. But now they're going to have to deal with a lot of faster cars now. Because they got the fresh tires. As you're seeing the, who is that? The 87 is Jeff Tetro. He's going to be able to zoom by these guys as if they were standing still. He even got that damaged car. Looks like it's been at a Bristol track, that 21 machine of Mike Franklin. He's zooming past these folks too. So the new tires are key, but you don't want to get them too soon, and maybe these guys actually did get them too soon. As you're still seeing Kyle Rochelle, Wes Wyman, and Mitch Clark all staying out. So guys, if you were a driver, when would you come down pit road? When do you make the call? Do you wait till 20 to go? Do you wait till 15 to go? When do you make that call? Because they're at 36 laps right now. On this run, you go about 42 laps. But mind you, we also had some cautions too. Up to 14 likes, 22 viewers out there. 1 like away from hitting that 15 like mark. I know we can do it, guys. 1 like away. I don't want to cheat. Not go out there and like it, but that just being biased because I'm doing the broadcast. And Mitch Clark, he's coming down pit road. Kyle Rochelle and Wes Wyman all coming down pit road. Jeffrey Goodpaster coming down pit road. Dylan Johnson coming down pit road. Get out here. See where Brian Underwood comes out. He's in 5th right now. Now the key is he's been out here 37 laps. He has not yet made his pit stop. He's got Witherspoon coming up. So Brian Underwood is your leader, but he's still got to come down pit road. He is still yet to make his stop. So he should be coming down here this next couple laps here. And that would give the lead over, if he can hold him off, to Witherspoon. And then Atkins would be in 2nd. And here comes Underwood coming down pit road right now, so that will complete the cycle. Witherspoon is your leader. He has finally led his first lap of the race. Michael Atkins Jr. is in 2nd. But here comes the guys with those fresh tires. Kyle Rochelle, Wes Wyman, Mitch Clark, he's fell back to 6th. He actually lost the draft a little bit there from those from West and Kyle, as Kyle has gone the 2nd spot. Now he's got his eyes set on Witherspoon, who has a 1.5 second lead over Kyle, but that is quickly closing as we speak. Now down to 1.4 seconds. Now it's down almost a second as West and Kyle are drafting. You got Atkins, he's falling back to fourth. He was just second. But remember, he's been out here longer than Kyle, West, and Mitch Clark too. But Mitch is sitting back in fifth spot right now. This is going to be the key. When does Kyle catch Witherspoon? I think it's going to happen here in the next 2 laps, guys. If not sooner. It's down to a 0.5 second lead now. Now 0.432. They're coming. They're going to have them coming out of turn 3 and 4 here, depending on this lap car. That lap car hit the wall. And here comes Kyle Rochelle on the outside. Here comes Wes Wyman. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead on the front straightaway. And I don't know who led that lap. I think it was West, but they're giving it to Witherspoon. But Wes Wyman's now in the lead. He did a twofer. He picked off Kyle Rochelle and Witherspoon. Mitch Clark is up to third now as he's battling with Witherspoon. Is he able to get around Michael Atkins Jr. and now Witherspoon as he blinked out there for a second. And now he is gunning down for that 12 machine of Kyle Rochelle. Back here to Jordan Coons, sitting back here in 8th spot. He's led 1 lap, started 5th, currently 8th. Hasn't had the greatest night. Wasn't able to keep that car completely clean, and I think that's starting to affect him now. Get back up here to the front. Bill, Wes, Kyle, Mitch, 1, 2, 3. Witherspoon's dropped off a little bit to 4th. And then you got Michael Atkins Jr. Big gap. 1.4 seconds behind Witherspoon. But this is where the action's at. Mitch Clark, he was peeking on the inside there of Kyle Rochelle. And he's on the inside of Kyle Rochelle. They're going into turn number 1. Is he going to be able to complete the pass coming out of 2? Yes, he is. Mitch Clark up to second. Now he's got his eyes set for that 85 machine of Wes Wyman. Now, we saw this earlier in the run before, where Mitch Clark was able to get around Wes Wyman. But then, as the run went on, he started getting ate up by these guys. So, is he going to conserve a little bit more tire this time around? I mean, I know we're under 20 to go. We're actually at 11 to go this time by. And there comes Mitch peeking on the inside of that 85 machine. Not able to clear him as they're trying to fight this lap traffic that's ahead of them. There's a big line of lap traffic in front of them. As they're trying to find that traffic of cars. Looks like Michael Coulter Jr. is in that. Along with the 87 of Jeff T-Trail. Man. And Mike Franklin. As the 85, man, he was all over. Ooh, wrecking on the back straightaway. Oh, no! Oh, no! We gotta go take a look at that. Who was that? That's 69, Dylan Johnson. What happened to him? Oh, Michael Coulter Jr. and the 69 of Dylan Johnson. Looks like they were trying to do some bump drafting. And unfortunately for both of them, it was a bumper hook. And I thought they were going to be able to save it. And unfortunately collected West Wyman, Jeff Tetro, and Mike Franklin. Let's get on that 42 machine. Was he able to get around that? Yes, he was. No damage for that 42 machine of Mitch Clark. But there is a little bit of damage on that 85. As Mitch is your current leader right now, guys. Lap 112 of 120. We're coming down to the wire. Is he going to be able to pull this off, guys? We've been talking about it for weeks now. He's hungry. He wants that victory. This is his first season with eNascar Cup Series. Is he going to be able to pull it off here? Unfortunately, it's that time of the race where nobody's getting interviewed. It's time for all these drivers to be focused. But we are going to have to pick on him if he does pull this victory off. And why he wasn't in Discord for the race. We got to pick on him for that, guys. Game over. Let's go number 42. Don't doubt him, Dennis. Oh, I'm not doubting him. Not one bit. That guy is very talented. In a short time here in this league, he has impressed me big time. But only the top 3 cars stayed out. You got Kyra Rochelle, West Wyman, Joshua Witherspoon, and Mitch Diamond. And Jordan Coons. All with brand new tires on. So it's really going to be a matter of if he can be able to hold these guys off. His biggest hope is that Michael Atkins Jr. and Jeffrey Oaks give those guys a heck of a battle so he can pull away a little bit. Up to 17 likes, 21 viewers. Awesome job, guys. Love it. I know I'm not a broadcaster. I only play one on occasions. So we're going to be able to see here. This is the point in the race where you're going to see how these new tires, how effective they're going to be. Because Mitch Clark, he's been out here 14 laps. Michael Atkins, he's been out here 22 laps. Jeffrey Oaks has been out here 17 laps. Everybody behind him up to 19th. They've all come down pit road. Pace car lights are off. We're going to have a 6-lap shootout here, guys. Hopefully. Now, we do get 15 green-white checkers, GWCs as they call them. They're supposed to be unlimited, but iRacing only gives us the maximum of 15. Hopefully we don't have to use any of them here tonight. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this race under regulation. But there's a lot of hungry guys. You figure in the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, top 6. They're searching for their first win of the season. As Mitch is waiting for that pace car to dive off to that safety of pit road, hopefully for the last time here tonight. 42 machine. Checking his gloves, checking his gear, making sure he's in the right gear here coming up to the restart. Waiting for that right time, and he's on that blow pedal. Green flag's back out in the air. Here we go, folks. Side by side there for second, third. As Jeffrey Oakes and Kyra Rochelle were almost door banging each other there in 1 and 2. But Mitch Clark still out there in front. Here comes Michael Atkins though. Well, nope, he's falling back. Looks like Kyra Rochelle is going to be able to get around him. They're almost door banging 3 and 4. They're 3 wide back here with Witherspoon, Coons, and Goodpaster. So much action going around. He's able to get a gap over second place, Kyle Rochelle. But Kyle's one of them drivers. He just made his pit stop. So is Witherspoon. He's up to third. Kyle Rochelle second. Now they're all gunning for that 42 machine of Mitch Clark. Can he hold these guys off? Coming to 3 to go. 3 more laps. Kyle Rochelle is starting to breathe down the neck of that 42 machine, but here comes Witherspoon on the inside of Kyle Rochelle. They almost door bang in 1 and 2. Mitch is trying to figure out who to hold up here going into turn 3. Very little room to give right now as he's trying to block that double O, and they're going to be 3 wide for the lead here. Oh, I thought they were going to be. Mitch is able to hold them all off, but that 12 car, he's on the outside. He's looking on the outside of that 42. Is he going to be able to pull it off on the outside? He's got the momentum. Kyle Rochelle to the outside in turn 3. He is able to complete the pass. Here comes Witherspoon on the outside. Here comes Jeffrey Goodpaster. Witherspoon on the outside of the 42 and Mitch Clark. Is he going to be able to get around him on the outside? Yes, he is. And now you got Goodpaster is... No! Coming out of turn number 4, it is Kyle Rochelle. He's going to win the race. Joshua Witherspoon in second. Jeffrey Goodpaster in third. Mitch Diamond fourth. Mitch Clark unfortunately went from first to 5th on the final lap. Michael Atkins Jr. 6th. Jordan Kuhn 7th. Jeffrey Oakes 8th. Mike Franklin 9th. And Bryce Shoemaker will round out your top 10. Well, folks, stay tuned. Going to round up the top 3 here. Bring them down here for an interview. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. Go ahead and get the right screen back here. All right, managed to catch up here with the top three. We'll go ahead and start with Jeffrey Goodpaster. Jeffrey Goodpaster, you got a copy. Saw you light up there, but nothing came through. Jeffrey Goodpaster, you got a copy?
You got me now?
There we go. We got you loud and clear now. Well, top three finish here tonight. I know that's not what you wanted. You were out front there for a good part of the race, man. Talk about it. How was the racing out there tonight?
Well, at the beginning it was not bad, but I think if we all could have settled down at the beginning, we could have had a long green flag run, which in the long run, I'm pretty good at it. But in the short run, I'm not very good unless, I get a lot of help with draft and conserving my tires.
Well,
And
yeah. Go ahead.
But at the end, it was more of either taking it all or come back with the steering wheel.
Well, man, you definitely gave it a fight out there, and like you said, there were a lot of cautions early on, but you managed get out of top three here tonight, which is going to do wonders for your points here moving forward. What are your thoughts here? Moving on into the season and looking at that the playoffs here coming up here in 8-9 weeks.
Well, after tonight, it's going to be more about consistency for me. This is like the best finish I've had in like the second season that I've been in this league. And starting to now get the idea of this car. It took me until just to this race to figure out how this car handles, how it drafts, what I can do, how I can maneuver it, put in clean air. And obviously in clean air, you're going to, be the lead car that everybody's going to chase out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, with the new tires and all that, that's definitely a place you don't want to be. If that is where you want to be, you really got to bite your tail off to keep that spot. But, we move on from tonight from Kentucky. Next week, we go over to Chicagoland. Almost a similar kind of style track. What are your thoughts about Chicagoland here, moving into next Friday?
I love Chicagoland. That is my best track, and I've always had a win there in every official race that I've ever did.
Well, then you and I are gonna have a little battle next week, because like I said, I ain't missing next week's race. so I love Chicagoland as well. So glad to see you up here in the top three, man. Hopefully you can continue that. Love strong finishes by everybody. Unfortunately, there was a lot of drivers that were involved in some unfortunate events tonight. But thankfully for you, you were able to avoid all that here and get out of top three here. Any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before we let you go here?
I'm pretty sure my coworker from Amazon, Brian, will be watching this. So, Brian, when you watch this, got it, man. I got it. I got top three. It's the fight that me and you have been talking about that I need to get to. Well, I just did it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Thanks, Brian, for tuning in whenever you're able to do that. Thank you for watching us. This is not normally the broadcast that's done, so just remember that when you go and watch it.
Oh, and Dennis, very good job on the broadcast. I will commend you for that.
I appreciate the good feedback. Everybody's been complimenting me on that. I'm not a broadcaster by heart, but I gave it a go, and I'm glad it turned out good for everybody. So I'll take that as an A and a win in my book for tonight. So I'll definitely, like you said, I'll take that, and hopefully I'll be able to build off of that and move on next week to Chicagoland, and you and I go ahead and have at it. How about that?
Let's go.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations on your third place victory here tonight, and we'll see you next week at Chicagoland.
All right, thank you, Dennis.
All right, thank you. Alrighty, well, that'll bring us to our second place finisher here tonight, Joshua Witherspoon. Joshua, man, it was a night of ups and downs. Go ahead and talk about it here real quick.
Well, yeah, it was actually pretty different from every race we've had so far this year. Outside of the caution, race-wise, it was was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, some pretty good guys got taken out, but that opens the door for the rest of us. So good for us, bad for them. But yeah, able to actually run wide open through a little bit, but you actually had to let off and maybe even hit the brake a little bit in one of the turns, which something new we hadn't done so far this year, unless we were avoiding a wreck.
Yeah, it was almost kind of like a old feeling, the old generation cars coming back into these cars here tonight. As far as that lifting a little bit, talk about your strategy here going into the race. It looked like you were trying to hold back a little bit, and then as the cautions were coming out, you started just fighting your way back through the field there, and ultimately you found yourself up front.
Yeah, I was mainly trying to save my tires. In the practice sessions this week, I noticed the right front tire was wearing a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. So I figured I'd go ahead and start saving that bad boy if we actually had a green flag run. And we did there towards the mid end of the race, and it paid off a lot. And then I kind of got sideways there, and I lost the lead draft at when we had to make that green flag stop, so I decided to short pit and hope I actually pitted with enough time or enough gas in there. And luckily I came out, about a second and a half ahead, but the bad part is I didn't have no drafting partner, so they was able to catch back up and, get right by me. And I hated to see the last caution, but at the same time I was happy to see it because it put me right back into contention. But I hated for the couple guys that got taken out in that one. But, I was just trying to save tires, and hopefully people burnt theirs up, and kind of like the old day where you just drive right by them after they wore it out.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It like you said, it was unfortunate for those good drives to be taken out, but that's why we race the races. You never know what's going to happen, and you let the cards lay where they may, and here you found yourself at the right place, the right time, and got yourself a top 2 finish here tonight. So congrats to you for that. What are your thoughts here? Leaving here at Kentucky, moving over to Chicagoland here next Friday.
Well, it's definitely a big ego booster. I can get better every week. I thought I had a chance at winning it, but I think the 42, I guess he ran out of tires or something and didn't pit, and he was doing everything he could to stay up front. So you can't really blame him. And it was basically whoever got past him first, and he was still on block, and I wasn't trying to wreck him and take all of us out. So I was kind of trying to play my cards and hope they fell my way, but it didn't. So second place is, better than, wrecked and 12th, but yeah, it's a lot of boost, and going to Chicago, you keep on riding that high and hopefully I get on the pole and win.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Chicagoland, it's definitely a fun track to go to. So definitely looking forward to that here next Friday. Any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give here before we let you go for the night?
Well, yeah, everybody for viewing us, everybody for racing. Obviously, you for not racing and broadcasting us, so that took a lot. So I really appreciate that. Appreciate all the guys that race clean, and congratulations to the 12. And our sponsors definitely help. Thanks to them. So that's.
Alrighty, man. Well, we'll go ahead and let you go here. You go ahead and celebrate that second place victory here tonight, and hopefully next week. Well, I don't want to say we'll see you in victory lane because that's where I want to be next week. But hopefully next week, if it's not me, it's you.
Well, hopefully we're both talking to Deadlock next week in the top 3.
Yeah, I'll take that as a victory too.
Yeah, so all right. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Oh, thank you, Joshua. Alrighty, guys. Well, that'll bring us here to our victor here tonight, Kyle Rochelle. Congratulations on the win, man. How does it feel?
Pretty good. I don't know. I feel bad about what I did to the 99 there. I mean, we were racing hard, coming to the end of the stage, and I was pushing it a little too hard. And luckily, we didn't both blow our cars up, but still, I felt really bad about it.
Well, man, this race here tonight, like you said, unfortunately, you had a little racing incident there with the 99, just a little bit too hard racing. But man, talk about the racing out there tonight. I mean, earlier on, we had a lot of cautions there earlier on in the race, and then it started cleaning up a little bit there, right about mid race, and then we had another late caution there. What was your strategy moving into the race and as the race was going on?
Really, it's either be first or second or third, or follow back and just wait for the cautions to come out. I mean, these races are so tight. The cars are so close. You're racing just like a Talladega, pretty much on a mile and a half track. You just gotta hope that you don't get caught up in it. I dodged like 3 wrecks tonight, and I mean, honestly, I should have been wrecked on lap 28 or whatever it was, but it's tough, and then you have to save your tires at the same time and be fast once it does go green for a long run. So it's a balance.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. That balance between pushing, saving, it's always a battle as a driver. Even with these next gen cars, how easy they are to drive and move around. They are very.
Yeah,
They take a little strategy.
yeah, it's a lot of momentum, a lot of draft and push, and you have to just gauge the car in front of you. I think honestly, you just gotta be patient. Everyone's gonna get a run. It seemed like tonight, if you were on fresh tires, you can really hold off the car on the bottom for 20 laps if you wanted to, and then still have another 20 laps on your tires.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing I didn't bring up to the other drivers that we had up here. This is really the first track to where these cars and the tires actually played a role. The other 3 tracks, we didn't have that issue. We were able to go flat out. And then tonight, there were parts of the track throughout the race, you guys were having a lift because of the tire wear.
Yeah, I think it's tough to gauge. I mean, I'd like to save my tires as best I can, but with only the 65% fuel, you have that in the back of your mind where you think you can push it harder than you should, and then you always see the cars that do, and they fall off after 15 laps, and it's just really a patience game, and just being smart and trying not to wreck the guy in front of you.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Man, that's a struggle sometimes because you always want to be the car out front, but you don't want to be the car that wrecks everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
But man, we get ready to set sail here from Kentucky. Move up to Chicagoland. What are your thoughts about that track here coming up next Friday?
Probably see the same thing that we saw tonight. I like Chicagoland a lot. I wasn't comfortable with this track tonight. I don't know what happened in the race, but things clicked, and I'm looking forward to Chicagoland, so it'll be fun.
All right. Well, definitely looking forward to seeing you out there on the track next Friday night. Any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give here before we let you go here for the night?
No, I just got to thank you guys. I appreciate being in this league. It's a lot of fun, and thank my team, RS Racing. I don't have any other teammates in this race, but I got teammates back home. And everything you guys do for the league. So thank you.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on board with us for Season 2. Glad you're having a blast out there, and can't wait to see you back out on the track next Friday night, see if you can get a repeat.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you. Alrighty, folks. Well, that'll do it here for me tonight. 4 races, 4 different winners for eNascar Season 2. First broadcast outside of MaxB TV for eNascar Cup Series. I did my best that I could. I'm glad you all thought I did a great job. I'm a rook. I'm still learning things, so thank you all for the positive feedback. But next Friday night, tune in to MaxB TV where we go to Chicagoland. Look for that link to be up in the broadcast. I'm sure your friends, your drivers that you root for are going to be able to share it to you. Look for it to go live at 8:45, 8:50 next Friday night, July 30th at Chicagoland. Can't wait to see you guys there. Round 5, Season 2. Thank you all, and have a good night.